Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are going to do another Oracle deck, and this time we're going to do one of my last two Oracle decks that I have. And the reason I'm going with this one is because it has less cards. The next one is going to be a longer video because it's a longer card. It's the Goddess and Muse? No. You'll see next time. You'll see next time, and I'm pretty sure that means next week because these have been pre-recorded. Anyways. This is the Gods and Titans deck, Oracle deck, by Stacy DeMarco, and illustrated by Jimmy Manton. I like this deck because, again, it's not just one religion. It includes 38 cards, 160-page guidebook. It's very cool. I like it. It doesn't just have one religion of gods and goddesses or gods on it. It has many. So we were talking about like being open to all gods and goddesses for both of them, this deck and my goddess deck. It doesn't just celebrate one religion. I do have an angel tarot deck as well as a demon tarot deck, which I believe is the occult deck. Occult tarot, which the occult and angel tarot are two, they're done by the same person, but you have the heaven and hell version. So I wanted to get both because, again, I feel like if I'm going to believe in one, I got to believe in the other. But yeah, it's not in order because I pull once a month. I pull a god and goddess of the month for every month. This month is TYPHON, who represents anger and rage. So I usually go in there and I'll look up them. They're in alphabetical order. So if I was to look up TYPHON, let's see where you are. If you hear a lot of noise outside, that's because it's raining like a mofo here in Colorado right now. But TYPHON, it shows a rage on here. So this one says anger and rage. Beware of how you handle anger and rage, your own and that of others. Seeking an emotional balance leads to peace. So I really like this because this last month has been very trying with my class. One of my professors really put me through the ringer, and I thought I was going to get expelled from school for the shit I was going to say to him. But I was like, you know what? Control your anger. He's the teacher. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It's his class. Just go with it. So, yeah. So he's a great god to have out this month because he, again, you can always release your anger in a very positive way. Some people think that anger has always got to be looked at as negative, and it doesn't. You can, as a counselor, I will literally tell you this, you can get rid of your anger in a positive way. Some say through, you can write down letters, burn them, rip them up. You can throw shit at the wall as long as it's not a living being. A way to healthily relieve and just get rid of that anger. But let's go on to the next person. We have ODIN, who is guidance. I haven't pulled him yet. We have PROMETHEUS, who is altruism. And I really love the artwork in these cards too. And I will also put the link. I think I got this one off Amazon as well because I was searching everywhere for a God's Oracle deck, and when this one popped up, I was like, hell yes! Now I have a goddess and a God's deck. I can match the masculine with the feminine, and that's what I love to do. So yes, next is Poseidon, and he goes with the flow. Then we have Vulcan, who is inventiveness. So are you being inventive? Are you finding that inventive nature in yourselves? I think I've pulled Poseidon before too. I just had Apuk, who is fear. I think last month I pulled him, and he's actually really cool. I didn't know who he was, but then I found out he is like the Grim Reaper, but like the hardcore version. He is like a hunter. When you die, he hunts you down to take you to the afterlife. ANUBIS, who is for protection. I have not pulled him yet. I think I've only pulled 3 cards so far: TYPHON, Apuk, and Poseidon. If I pulled someone else, I'll probably know. I know I've pulled THOR, I think, in my other Viking deck, though. Hermes, who is communication. I have him in my altar as well. He's with Hecate. I have Hades and Diana, the other one, and then my main one is Cernunnos and Persephone, and then my fourth is Apollo and Aphrodite. Ares, the god of war. Every time I think of him now, I think of Wonder Woman. I don't know why. She defeats him in the... Oh, wait. Spoiler. Ooh. Spoiler if you haven't seen Wonder Woman. Hypnos, which is sleep, if you didn't know that. So you see, in this one, I believe you see Vikings, Greek, South American. I can't remember who... Fehu is, I can't remember if Fehu's actually Viking or if he's actually in the Egyptian culture. I can't remember. Apollo, Greek and Roman actually. So is Diana, because she goes either by Diana or Artemis, whether you go by Greek or Roman. If you did not know that, it is the same person. ACAT, I do not know who this is, but he's dedication, which is really cool. So this is gods and titans, because before gods there were titans. Then we have Osiris, which is renewal. And I love this. This is a really cool card. This is Egyptian, I know that. Some of them I do not know. Helios, which is cycles. We have the god on the front of the box next, which we'll get to. Helios, I love that he's like riding on like a Pegasus. We have Eros, which is the god of love. What was his animal? Oh, I just saw it the other day. I can't remember now. Yeah, but he's on the front of the box. We have Mithras, who represents sacrifice. I can't remember. I don't know how to say that name. So if anybody wants to, like, you know, spell it out for me. Hades, which, again, he's at my altar. He's Ku, the god of death in the underworld. I always think of Cernunnos, or not Cernunnos, Cerberus, three-headed dog. We have a brewery out here in Colorado called Cerberus, and it is bomb.com. Set, which he represents chaos. I believe this is also Egyptian. I'm not sure if this deck goes through like every religion's gods and goddess or has all of them, but I know it's multicultural. Let's just say that. This is a multicultural deck. Zeus, who represents leadership. And a guy who also ate his babies. I love both the Grimm fairy tale version and, you know, the Disney version of these gods and goddesses because you get to learn more. Achilles, who represents confidence. Who doesn't need a little confidence nowadays? We have Thoth, who represents wisdom. I also think this one's Egyptian. I'm not super confident about that, but I'm pretty sure this one's Egyptian because I remember reading something about him like a while ago. A Garuda, who represents travel. This totes reminds me of like Avatar when they're riding those one birds and they have to like connect with their tails. I don't know why every time I see this card, that's what I think of. Jizzo, which was Jizzo, I know I'm probably slaughtering this name, but he represents support. I do not know who he's the god of, what religion, but I will probably definitely... Ooh, we now have... I didn't even know he was in here. Maui, Discovery. But I don't think he was a demigod. He was a demigod. So technically, yes, he was a god. I was like, he wasn't a god. But then I was like, oh wait, yes, he was. Sorry, demigod. Thor, who represents action. I only say that because I'm pretty sure Hercules isn't in here, and he's a demigod. I was like, I didn't know there were demigods in here. Shiva, the god, the destroyer god. Shiva, or is it Shiva? I had that song stuck in my head the other day. It's Shiva. Shiva? Does he say that in Cult 45? Shiva, or Shiva? I don't know. Ra, the god of power. We have Jade Emperor, who represents organization. I've never heard of him before. And that's why I also think I got these decks, so I could learn more about these gods. Because I'm pretty sure TYPHON, the one I pulled this month, he is not a god, he's a titan. I'm pretty sure. Green Man, who represents abundance. Who is that? I'm thinking of Pan and... They did it in season 3 of Sabrina, and they were bringing back the Green Man. I think that's what they were calling him. I'm wondering if that's what this one, if that's like, I don't know. Vishnu, which represents balance. I think this one's a Viking, but his name is LUGH. Skill. He represents skill. He just kind of has that Viking look. NUADA, which is perfection. Something that we can strive for, but we'll never reach because there's no such thing as perfect. We can always find better, but that's what I try to teach people. Ol, who represents focus. I am pretty positive, like in the 90% positive that this is a Viking. Pretty positive. Bayame, who represents beauty. I know I butchered that name. I take accountability that I did not say that name right. Cernunos, yay. Shapeshifting. Love Cernunos. Have not pulled him yet. He'll pop up. He knows he's right there. He's like right next to me. So if he wants another one of him to pop up, he will. He will. Dionysus represents ecstasy. Ganesha, who represents obstacles. I know I've seen this one before. I just still probably can't say the name right. And then the last one, oh, I pulled this one before too. I pulled this one in April, which cracked me up because I was like, of course I would pull Loki in April when April Fool's is the god of play. So that is the Gods and Titans Oracle deck. I love it. I think it's fun. Again, they're not for everyone. If you do want to check this deck out or buy it, I will put the link down below. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and drop them in the comment boxes. And until next time, I will talk to you all later. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.